I'm going to challenge everyone within the sound of my voice, each individual, to dare to be different. Dare to be different.
Don't enter into life's arena unarmed. Let Parker show you how to make fear work for you. Even enjoy fear. What money says when it talks. The heartbeat of time. The vital importance of momentum. How to be the person you always wanted to be. And keeping your dreams alive. There is no man like this anywhere.
Dare to be different. And why not? You are a one-of-a-kind, unique individual. No one, and I mean no one, has your fingerprints, the tone of your voice, every hair on your head is counted. You're totally different. There's only one of you. And if you don't believe that, the discovery of DNA sure proved that to be true. Boy, have we caught a whole lot of people that we didn't used to catch who did some real bad things, but left that little sip of DNA behind. It's a miracle. Catching a lot of bad people. A friend of mine that owned a restaurant, very, very close friend of mine, worked very, very hard. His first was an attorney. Then he decided he wanted to be in the restaurant business. He was a little bit of a wild and crazy guy. He was driving his Porsche one day down the interstate 125 miles an hour. Now that's not real smart. And he spent some time in jail, an attorney in jail. So he's a human being. Just because he's an attorney doesn't mean he doesn't have to go to jail. Nobody's going to get him out of that one. He told me some interesting stories about the people that he met there. He wasn't one bit afraid to go. He was an ex-professional football player, great big guy, partly Russian, super guy. He was actually he finally got a very successful restaurant. And I mention him often. He never locked the door. I kept saying to him, you've got to lock the door. You can't leave these doors unlocked. Oh, nobody's going to come in here. Yeah, well, one night he was in there having a glass of wine, some pasta, and somebody came in. And there was a struggle. Because when the detectives arrived the next day, the chairs were all torn apart. He was no easy guy to get, but he couldn't outrun that bullet. And I helped the detectives as much as I possibly could. He was a dear friend. His funeral service was packed full of people. He affected a lot of people's lives. He was a good man. He liked people. He liked to have a good time. Real special guy. And he experimented with his food. As a matter of fact, sometimes I was the person that he used to experiment the dishes on. One time he made this dish and he's sitting there going, what, do you like it? Well, I didn't like it. I didn't want to offend him. He'd worked so hard on it. Finally, I said, I can't eat this. He said, why? I said, I just can't eat it. I don't like it. Well, to abbreviate this story, he did come up with a very successful restaurant, but he left the door unlocked, and someone came in and killed him. But years later, someone falsely accused someone of killing him. But I knew all along it wasn't that person because he had told me over and over again what a great employee this young man was. He was only 18 years old. Worked very, very hard to help him. Very, very hard. And helped him be successful, and his mother. So he was a great asset to my friend, who had opened his second place. We were there on opening night, and we were standing out front, and all of a sudden he said, well, there's one. Another customer pulled up. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. There's another one. And he had another success. But his life was cut short. You certainly don't want your life to be cut short before you accomplish with your life what you're capable of accomplishing, like his was. This person was after money. Money. And he never knew it, but there was $10,000 in my friend's back pocket. He didn't find that. He didn't check it. Killed him and got out of there and didn't get any money. That was all locked up. But you don't want to cut your life short. You want to make it happen for you and the people counting on you. Whether you're married, whether you're not, whether your mother's alive, there's somebody that loves you very much. Because I'll tell you this much, some people complain about the rough life they've had. I didn't have any easy road. But there are plenty of people that don't go forward because of their past. Well, their past is their past. That has nothing to do with the present and the future. And they look at other people that are achievers and they go, wow, what a smart person. But that person is no smarter than you. I'm going to keep telling you over and over and over again, common sense. Use common sense. You can sense when something is not right. Just like an animal. You think an animal cannot tell you when something's wrong? I had a Labrador Retriever. Great dog. Actually, it's supposed to be my son's dog, but ended up really being my wife's dog because my son was in military school. Right beside my wife's bed, every night that dog stayed. If somebody stopped in front of our house, boy, the hair would curl up on her back. And talk about alarm system. Kids could ride her back, do everything. We'd have parties for the kids that worked for my wife. And great dog, great protection. We all need protection. But the first protection we need is money and self-confidence. And this word is so important. It's belief. Believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get anybody else to. Because people can read you just like a navigational system. They know whether you're going in the right direction or the wrong direction. It's very evident. Oh, some people try to disguise it and hide it, but everybody knows. Some people try to be sincere when they're not. But I want you to know this, and this is a fact. Sincerity is impossible to fake. Oh, you might get away with it for a little while, but you'll get caught. Because people know, people love sincerity. The reality of it is, it's no matter what you are selling, whether it's small, whether it's large, people buy people way before they ever buy what they're selling, whether it's a service or product or whatever it may be. Giant direct marketing companies, major corporations, or some person with a little business that's in the heating and air conditioning business. People buy people. And if you have the personality and you back it up with a quality performance and you over-deliver what you promise them, oh, they'll tell a lot of people about you. Like in my home, there's a man that came by to work on our refrigerator. My wife's she's a designer. She's not a professional designer, but she could be. We don't need anyone to come in here and design anything in this house because my wife does it all. My wife does the painting. I was on a long trip and came home in a great room. My wife had scaffolding up. She was doing the painting. We're actually getting ready to have the whole house remodeled. I'm going to have a pool put in my backyard, and they're going to bring cranes and lift it over the house. I'm going to film that so all of you can see it, them lifting this crane over my house. All of that came from selling, 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 selling. Salespeople are America's business heroes. Nothing happens until someone sells something. Nothing. Nothing. You go on your mobile phone today and you are bombarded with people trying to sell you something. You go out into society and drive up and down every street in every town, in every state, in every country, and all around the world, people are trying to sell something. It is the most enviable profession in the world to be in. Selling. Thank God I can sell. I'll tell you that. I have been able to provide for not only myself, but for my family a wonderful life. Ex-shipyard worker, ex-service station attendant, ex-high school dropout. I'm not making this story up because it sounds good. I lived it. I walked away from a great scholarship to play basketball in college, to play pool. Still have my cue stick, bought a brand new one last week, purple carrying bag. You love this cue stick. And by the way, if I'm ever in your town and you know I'm there, I'll meet you anywhere. I'm willing to play. I don't gamble, but I'll play. So bring your best game because I'm waiting for you. I am waiting. You got to have some enjoyment in life. I'll also play golf with you too, because it's not all that difficult. It's only difficult when we make it difficult in our minds. That applies to selling. People make selling so difficult. Well, it's not difficult at all. It's very simple. Did I say it was easy? No, I did not. I said you have to put in the work. You have to apply yourself. There's two basic ways to look at selling. Selling, there's a science and there's an art. The science is the basic core fundamentals. If you were to take in Manhattan, a huge high-rise, and it had a weak foundation, it's going to collapse. Many buildings have collapsed, and people wonder why they have. Well, they had a weak foundation. It's like recently a bridge that I'm very familiar with in Maryland. A big ship hit it and it collapsed. I've been over that bridge so many times. Can you imagine what a blessing it was that it happened the time of the day that it did? And I think either 2 or 4 people, hard-working men and women, were up on that bridge and they went down and they died. The rest of the people were okay. Good time it didn't happen during traffic hour, or a lot of people would have died. I've been over that bridge many, many, many times. Not going to go over it now. It's not there. And the people on both sides of that bridge are paying a price because of someone's negligence in a great big ship. Well, a great big ship is no different than a very small boat. You've got to be able to handle them. I used to race boats. You don't want to do that. I used to drag race cars. You don't want to drive that way. I see people today on interstates. It's like you want to get a retired pit crew from a Indy 500 or NASCAR driver, and you want them to get you ready before you head out onto the freeways and expressways, because, boy, the minute you get out there, you got to have your helmet on, you got to be ready to go, and you got to shoot out there or they'll plow you right over. Today, boy, I was just back from Texas. They love those big trucks in Texas. What's the saying? Nobody messes with Texas. Oh, they mean it. They mean it. Bigger, the better. I love that about Texas. I love that about big cities, high energy, people moving, but also like little towns. I took this last trip to Texas. I drove the back town, not the interstate, the cookie cutter interstates. They're wonderful places to go. But I took the back roads. Boy, did I meet some people. And I interviewed so many of them, and you're going to get to meet them. And you're going to find out that this nation, the land of the free, the price that was paid for us to be able to say, God bless America, land of the free. Thank God I'm free. And thank God you're free. And you better be thankful. And you better believe in your country. And you need to believe in yourself. Not anyone else but yourself. Yourself. Pick yourself up and get going with your life. Don't drag around and hide away from reality. Reality is always going to be there. There's no place to hide from the truth. The truth is always going to be there. And we reap what we sow, often later than we have sown it. My father told me that. My father told me, you make your own bed and you're gonna lie in it. Well, daggone if my dad wasn't right. Oh, something pops up. I thought I hid you. No, you didn't. It's back again. All these years later, I thought I'd buried you. You were long gone. No, you didn't get rid of me. There's something special that makes sure that we are accountable for what we do in life. Better be accountable because you're going to answer for it. Because the day is going to come that you're going to have to stand before somebody that's going to say, did you live a good life or did you live a crummy life? The choice is yours. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you can do. Believe that you can sell. Learn how to sell. The core fundamentals, the science. The art is the other component of selling. That's your personality. That's the look on your face, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you present yourself to people. People buy people, people buy people, people buy people, way before they ever buy anything you're trying to sell them. I don't care how big it is or how small it is, people buy people. So you got to believe, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one is ever going to believe in you. Oh, you get a few, but you're not going to be in the big numbers and earn the high income and live the abundant life. The abundant life is available to every single person that I'm talking to right now. But it's up to you, whether you want to believe in yourself or whether you want to believe that you're not capable of doing something. I heard a story of this man, and he went out to sell, and the first no that he got, he drove back home as fast as he could, and he got in bed and pulled the covers over his head. What was he going to hide from? What was he going to hide from? The boogeyman? Life's going on while he's under the covers. And if you're at home sleeping and going in late, as my father told me, if you can be late, you can be early. I suggest you be early. The early bird gets the worm. And you want to be the early bird, and you want to get the worm. You want to be there first. They always know who's first. Get the coffee ready. You be the one making sure that it's ready, or somebody else is making sure it's ready, but you make sure that it is. And when they get to, good morning, good to see you, good to be here. I got on an elevator once, many times, many elevators on Monday mornings. There's so many people that dread Monday mornings. I asked a lady that works at the hospital recently, I said, what's the busiest day of the week at the hospital? She said, Sunday night. People check into the hospital, the emergency room, and say that they're sick so that they can get a slip to give to their whomever they work for and say, I was in the hospital. That's why I couldn't make it to work. Monday comes every Monday. So you might as well be in a good mood on Monday instead of just Friday or instead of just Saturday. I'm kind of surprised today that I find so many people in the real estate business, if you call them, they won't answer their phone unless you text them. Well, I'm good friends with some real estate people. They answer their phone, and they sell a lot of houses. And they live an abundant life. It's available to you. Don't answer your phone. I was trying to buy a commercial building, And I kept after it and after it and after it. And finally, this man shows up with his assistant in a beautiful brand new car and a pair of jeans. And I said to him, "You gonna come to this appointment to sell me this building in jeans?" I said, "Son, I'm gonna tell you something. You need to grow up. That's what you need to do. You need to grow up and become a man. I wouldn't spend a penny with you." And my real estate agent and I drove off, and we had just drove to her country club and had a wonderful lunch. Her country club. I'm not a member of the country club. I play golf at the public golf links. I like to play there. I don't need to be a member of the country club. I don't need that. If you need that to impress somebody, wow, I feel sorry for you. But anyway, there's a lot of good people at the country club. Don't want to put them down. My friend goes there, takes me there. I sure enjoyed signing the slip and letting her pay for it. Doesn't cost me anything. But believe, back to believing in yourself and believing in what you sell and believing in your company or your corporation. Believe. And when you believe, other people will believe. And when you believe, they will believe. You got to believe. And you got to know what you're selling. You got to know what you're selling. I know a man that I've done work for as a consultant, and he takes his sales force, and no matter whether they're with a client or not, he immediately gives them a product knowledge quiz, and they have to abandon that prospective buyer. Someone else takes them over, and they got to go take that quiz, and if they don't pass it, they don't get to wait on any more prospective buyers, period. You're going to know your product. If you don't know what you're selling, how in the world are you going to get anybody else to buy it? Because that's how you overcome objections. You answer them before they come out of their mouths by knowing your product, knowing your service. What are you trying to sell? Just tell them what it is and the benefits of it and how it's going to make their lives easier, make them more money, make them a better leader, make what they do better. Belief, knowing, knowledgeable. You combine all those things together and you have a wonderful, wonderful life. And I know that you're going to do that because I'm counting on you. I know that you can because I can, and I've seen so many other people do it. Go from poverty to abundance, abundant life. Living. I'll never forget one man said to me, and he doesn't mind using his name, Ralph Gietto in Tampa, Florida. He's got a fine son and a fine family. He told me that he worked for a man that I worked for who had referred me to him. I got him from a referral. And by the way, he referred me to someone in Texas. I went to Texas and got that business from a referral from Tampa to Texas, Fort Worth, Texas. Small world, small world. But my uncle Bill went with my dad to Brockton, my dad's from Brockton, Massachusetts, drove all the way to New York. My uncle was a fireman. My dad was working in the shipyard. They drove all the way to New York to watch Rocky Marciano fight. They had the cheap seats, the nosebleed seats. Rocky knocked the guy out in the first round, and they were getting ready to leave. Somebody says to my uncle, "Bill Tarkington! How you doing, Bill?" In Manhattan, millions of people. Small world. So believe in yourself because people are watching you. Before you leave where you reside, you got to be prepared. Because once you step through the threshold and walk onto the stage of life, people are watching you. They're judging you as to whether you're approachable, friendly, unfriendly, mad. I see people like ladies late for work, putting their makeup on at the stoplight, putting their makeup on, smoking a cigarette, getting the makeup on late. You don't want to be out there doing the rush hour on the time to go to work. Man, people are trying to get there. Like I just said, check into the hospital check into the hospital to go through that nightmare in the hospital? Are you serious? Yep, packed full of people. Don't want to go to work. Really? You're lazy. Lazy people always fail. Go to work. Go to work. Work. We taxpayers are not going to support those of you that don't want to work. Deal with it. It's over. You don't work, you don't eat. You remember where that statement comes from, don't you? If you don't work, you don't eat. Think on these things. Think about what I'm saying to you. Think. Stop and think. Cut this off and think. What is he saying to me? What is Parker Rogers saying to me? Parker Rogers is saying, believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities. And you can go as far as you want to. You go so far that people say, wow, it's so smart. No. He just took action, went to work, and used common sense. Common sense, as Benjamin Franklin said, is not very common anymore. What a smart man. Created the printer. The printer. Where would we be today? We got 3D printers. Sure took Benjamin Franklin to come up with it. No education. Educated himself. So for all of you that listen to me, believe. Believe in yourselves. And by the way, don't spend all the time yakking, running your mouth. Say what you got to say, do what you got to do, and get on with it. Don't visit people along the way and waste your time. That scarce resources I keep telling you about. We only have so much time. That's it. We're not going to get any more. I went to a play in Beverly Hills with Ruby Dee, and it was about time. The first half of the play was she put her time in a safety deposit vault at the bank. Oh, she was depositing and saving it for later. The second half of the play, she realized that there was no time left. She had already spent it all, and it was too late. The same applies for me that does for you. Time waits for no one. So believe in yourself. Believe in what you're selling. Believe that people will buy from you. Don't you listen to anybody that tells you anything different. And by the way, when you can you handle no? One little tiny word, one little tiny word has done so much damage to so many billions of people. No, N-O. Well, if they didn't say no, they wouldn't need salespeople. What would they need you for if they didn't say no? Well, they'd be lined up from here to Wisconsin, and I'm in Virginia, to get jobs in sales if they didn't have to face no. People face no because of the fear of rejection. And people through your lifetime say, don't trust salespeople. Well, really, if you don't have salespeople, how are you going to have anything? Be thankful for salespeople. I'm thankful I can sell, and you need to be thankful you can sell. People are waiting for you. They're waiting for you to come sell them. Go get them. Go find them. Don't wait for them to come to you. And I'm going to say it again. Answer your daggone phone. Answer your phone. I got to text you to get you to answer the phone. If I got to text you, I'm not calling you. I'll call somebody else that has enough common sense to answer their phone. I'm not going to answer my phone because I live in a high-tech age and I'm very special and I'm smarter than everybody. No, you're not. You're a dummy. You're a big dummy. You think you're making some money so you can go around and play the role. Take off the weekend. Take off Sunday. Work a half a day on Saturday. Spend time with the people that you love. You don't need to work all the time, because if you steal from your personal life, you spend too much time in your personal life, you're stealing from your career life. Spend too much time in your career life, you're stealing from your personal life. But when you're in either one of them, dedicate yourself to them and don't let the two confuse. And by the way, while you're in both of them, you're going to get leads and references more than you'll ever be able to handle, more than you'll be able to get to, whether you're a small company or major corporation. You'll never be able to get to all the people that want to buy what you have. You got to believe in it and believe in yourself. And when you do, you will be successful. And I know you're going to believe in yourselves. I know you're going to do it. And I know you're going to find the money to buy this, because I'm going to tell you again, I'm not going to give it to you. I paid a big price for it, and you're going to pay for it. And by the way, it's pennies. It costs you nothing. It costs you pennies a week to be able to change your whole life and the people that are counting on you. And if you don't have the money, find it. And if you don't like what I have to say, I'll give you your money back. I don't want your money. You can have your money back. I'm not going to lock you down and have some collection agency call you. I've had them call me. You better pay this bill. You better pay this bill. We're going to come around and take your furniture, take your house, and we're going to come take everything you've got. Well, what a job working for a collection agency. Get a real life. I mean, you're going to go down there and humiliate people? Intimidate them? Does that make you feel like you're a big person? No, you got to believe in yourself and get out of that lousy job. Collection agency. Pay. Hey, I love this buy here, pay here. I love those people. They give people a chance to get a vehicle. Pull in there and buy one. That's what they're there for. They're giving you a chance. There's vehicles and houses. You can have all you want, but you got to believe. You got to believe. Believe is the most powerful thing. Believe in yourself. Believe in your business. Believe in your corporation. Whether you're a CEO or an individual salesperson, believe. And when you believe, the other people will believe and they will follow you. That's why the word is sales force. It's a force moving forward. The key word is momentum. Momentum. Keep it moving. Get it moving. Keep it moving. If it stops, you're just one sale away from getting it back. But you got to believe. You got to believe.